All right, thank you everybody. That was a nice round of applause. How was everybody's holiday? You guys have fun? Anybody here celebrate a birthday recently? You? When's your birthday?
Right here. What? It's next week.
Oh, it's next week, okay. Mine was last week. I just turned, anybody want to take a guess?
40.
50? You're
46.
close, 49. This physical specimen here is 49. I feel like I'm in my 20s, but the mind is stuck at 13. You know, so getting older, I started thinking about things I did back when I was younger. And I grew up, both my parents worked, so after school, it was just a free-for-all. You know, I would ride my bike around the neighborhood with my friends. My parents had no idea where we went. Like, they didn't even know, or they didn't even care. But before I went riding my bike, I had to go home and change out of my school clothes into my play clothes. Anybody else have to do that? Or, yeah. And if I ever got caught riding my bike in my school clothes, my mother would grab me by the ear and drag me home all the way. And if she didn't grab me by the ear, she would smack me in the head with every step we took and every word we would say. How many times I tell you not to wear your school clothes on your bike? Yeah, that happened in public. And nobody cared. You know why? There were no cell phones with people recording it, trying to put it on the internet to shame your parents. Because parents in the 80s, they had no shame. Okay? Now, it always didn't go that way. You know, she always didn't pull me by the ear or smack me in the head. Sometimes she would use the wooden spoon. Anybody else here get hit with a wooden spoon?
Yes, sir.
I don't know where she hid them around the house, but for some reason it was always a wooden spoon within arm's reach. And if she didn't use a wooden spoon, she would use a book. And while I'm talking about books, my mother, the wonderful woman she is, she once bought a book trying to be Mother of the Year called 838 Ways to Amuse Your Child. Now, this book had a bunch of activities for kids to do, so she's looking for this book one day and she can't find it. She's tearing the house apart. She's lifting couch cushions. She's got the couch lifted up with one hand, looking underneath, can't find it. Finally, she asked my brother where the book was. My brother said that he hid it. She said, well, why did you hide it? He said, I thought the book said 838 ways to abuse your child. True story. And the very first rule, or the very first way to abuse your child in that book, I'm thinking is, scraping the bar soap across your teeth when a child curses. Anybody have that happen to them? Yeah. My favorite was Coast because it didn't have that soapy aftertaste like Irish Spring or Dial or Dove did. Now, as I said, it always didn't go to weaponry. Sometimes, you know, you would get in trouble and your mother would give you that look. And if that look didn't work, you know, that was, you know, her way of saying, fuck around and find out. If that look didn't work, she would grit her teeth and say, you're gonna be in fucking trouble if you don't start acting the right way. Now, after she said that, it could go one or two ways. If we were in public, she would grab me and shake me like she was shaking a snowblower. If we were at home, she would say to me, wait till your father gets home. And at that moment, I knew I was fucked because my father was gonna whip my ass when he got home. So he gets home, my mother tells him all the shit that I did during the day, and he's had enough. He goes in his room and he gets the belt. Now, my father never wore a belt with his pants, but he had plenty of them. Then he would come out of his room with the belt and announce that my beating was about to begin. Not by physically saying it, but by cracking the belt. And if anybody's ever got, yeah, there you go. If anybody's ever got hit with a belt, you know what that crack feels like. Oh man, I just got chills. Then he would walk in my room, he would open the door slowly as fuck, making a grand entrance, and he would lie to me right in my face, tell me, this is gonna hurt me more than it hurts you. Bullshit, it's gonna hurt you more than it hurts me. My ass is still red. Now, that's the biggest lie my father told. My mother would tell some doozies, like, you know, dinner's almost ready. You know, dinner's almost ready means, hey, you got about 5 minutes left in a basketball game, that's about the same time that takes. Or when your father says, hey, I'm coming home from the bar, I can have a one last drink, that's about the same time dinner is ready. She would also tell me the truth and I won't get mad. Bullshit, I told you the truth the last time and you got mad. Well, that was different. What do you mean it was different? You know, as a kid, that's a logical answer to me. And the biggest lie that she told, besides saying, tell me the truth and I won't get mad, was, Open the door and I won't hit you. Meanwhile, she's standing fucking right outside the door with a wooden spoon in her hand, waiting to beat my ass. All right. My name is Rich Justo. Thank you guys for coming out tonight. I hope you guys had fun. Follow me on Instagram, Richard Justo Comedy, and I'll see you guys next time.